Hi guys, welcome to Serenity TV. My name is Faith Martins. If you can see, I just did my hair. So this is the energy that you're definitely going to be seeing. Happy vibes, big girl lifestyle, and smooth vibes. My guest is just looking at me and he'd be like, what's going on here? Anyway, I hope you have been enjoying the videos we've been churning out for you on our platform. If you've not subscribed, go and subscribe. If you're not following us on our social media platform, go and follow us now. Do us this favor. Go and follow us on our social media platform. Today, I'm being joined by a very handsome looking man, but don't worry, he's married. I shouldn't say that, but hi.
Hi,
Hello. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, so happy to be here today.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. And
Okay,
you?
I'm good. His name is Mr. Bruno. Give us a little information about yourself. Can we meet you properly?
Okay, I'm Bruno. I'm a data engineer and a web developer too. I work in a tech company here in Owerri.
Amazing. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So how is tech money? You know, how like you don't touch tech money and never touch us. So how is tech money?
There's a monk that says if you want to know what happens in the monastery, you become a monk.
Can't I just sort of touch it from a distance or something?
Just join the
Like give
monastery.
me tech money now. Let me chop it.
Join the monastery.
Okay, that's fantastic. So how has work been for you?
Well, very busy. The
Okay.
network is always very busy. The tech network is always very busy. So you find out time also to hang out. Stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so today we are going to be speaking on something that we Africans hold really dear to our hearts.
Yeah.
Respect. It has to be given. I mean, from the moment you were born, literally, you're being taught to respect your elders. You're being taught to greet properly. You're being taught to not talk when other people are talking. You're being taught to not look at your elder right in the eyes when they're speaking to you. You have to bring your head down. And these are ideologies that have been imprinted in our minds as we grow up. So it has to be very, very huge and very humongous for us to understand that this is what respect is. However, we're now working with a new generation of humans. They call themselves Gen Zs and Gen Alphas. And these people, honestly speaking, they're not bringing respect to the table if they do not get respect right back. So today we just want to explore respect. We want to talk about respect and what it actually means. And most importantly, we want to understand if respect is one-sided. It's, just one-sided in our African country and nation. So do you agree that respect is one-sided? It's tilted.
Well, I don't agree because when it comes to respect, another has a respect due to him. A child also have a respect due to him or her.
Okay.
Do you understand? So it can be one-sided, but just that in Africa, the respect for the elder seems to be like so huge, like you said, and we tend to disregard the respect that's supposed to give into the little child. But I strongly believe that each sections, the elderly and the child, they all have their different respect, different level of respect.
Okay.
Yes.
Which is cool, but then again, you already attested to the fact that the one that we get to give to the elders, because there's how you, growing up, right?
Okay.
You'll be walking on the road and you see like a couple of men and you're expected to greet them.
Yes.
Growing up, you see somebody that you have no business speaking with, but then again, you're expected to greet them because first thing they'll ask you is, get respect, fee greets and questions like that. But these conversations are very important because obviously it's supposed to instill a good behavior in the child. The child needs to understand that this is what you need to do. You need to respect your elders for you to be addressed as a good child, a well-behaved child, a well-trained child. But when it comes to the part of these elders to render that same respect to the child or to the children, maybe they find it really hard to give that.
We'll first of all ask, what respect does a child need? When you say you're respecting a child, what do you actually mean?
So basically, it's for you to know that this child has rights themselves.
Cool, rights. So the rights of a child: shelter, food, education, protection. What else?
Those are the most vital
The parents
things.
provide all this. Okay, emotional stability. Very
Word.
important. The parents provide this for the child. In return, the child is expected to respect the parents. Not even respect, obey.
Okay.
No, these are two different conflicting words. Obey your parents. When your mom sends you an errand and you don't go, they'll be like, you don't have respect. No, you disobeyed your mother at that point. I see respect as something you would do even when your parents is not even around. Oh, I'm not going to do this. My mom does not like this. I'm not going to do this.
Okay.
Do you understand? You say you have a deep reverence for your parents, deep reverence, deep respect for your mom.
Not
Okay?
to do what she
Not-
doesn't want you
yes,
to do.
exactly.
Okay.
So, but if a child gets these 5 things: emotional stability, protection, shelter, food, and education, I think the child has been respected. So it's now the child's duty. Let's be frank. The Igbo system, or like that, the African culture is organized, is structured. Okay, there's a structure, there's a hierarchy. So the hierarchy is, when you see somebody who is older than you are, you greet the person, and it has been passed on. And then it is also the onus lies on the elder to see when a child is being abused, to also come and rescue that child, or when the child is also in danger, to come and also rescue that child. Do you understand? Just like you walking on the street and you see a toddler wants to jump into a gutter, it's you as an elder, it's your duty and your onus to go and get that child out from that gutter, not to fall into danger.
Let's move away from this particular conversation about the child respecting the parents. We're going to come back to that because I want to dwell on emotional stability that you just mentioned. But let's move away from that, because obviously, like you mentioned, it borders more on obedience than even respect. If you're working with your family members, your parents most especially. But let's talk about adults.
Okay.
Now, we are youths, and I've seen several cases whereby an adult is supposed to, first of all, respect himself or herself before obviously demanding respect from a younger person. And now you see these adults not respecting themselves. Like, for instance, a very vivid example or experience that I've had recently was that of an adult who said that a woman should help her carry her child. So she had 2 children. She's elderly. She's a grandmom. So she had 2 children, and it was a keke napep, or something that some people call marua. So she said, okay, you know how the back of the keke napep is. So it's only going to house like 3 people, 3 persons. So she told the woman, help me and carry my child. Now, this woman was in that keke napep at the back. She had her girl at the back. The girl was carrying a carton of noodles. And then she also had her baby. Now, this granny wanted to now enter the keke with 2 children. Then she told the woman that she should help me and carry my pikin now. You know how they beg, help me and carry my pikin, help me carry this one. You understand? This woman's children, that's the grandmom's children, one is a little bit elderly, say maybe 13 or so, right? Or 12, I think. So she was like, help me carry this one now. Make I carry this one. She said, madam, I carry pikin now. No, I carry pikin. Said, okay, make she give her girl the pikin. Make she carry one of her own pikin. And the girl was like, no. And that's how this woman started insulting her, calling her a very wicked person. That's this. The other one now changed it for her. Like, what's going on here? And she decided to, haul insult right back. And then it now got to a point where she started saying, you don't have respect. You don't have respect. I have your type at home. I have your size at home. I have people that are older than you at home. And, lots of things like that. And I think at some point, the woman wanted to even fight that lady, and that lady was ready to beat her. Now, this is just one of so many cases where adults, or rather elders, who ought to have respected themselves, then to throw the word respect on the table and be like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to talk to me. Don't talk to me that way. When you have not done what you're supposed to do first as a human being, talk more of an adult. So how do we begin to address all of this? Because African mentality will tell you that you have to respect her no matter what. This person don't owe to be your mama now. How you go to fly they talk like that? And at some point you're wondering, at what point should I put a stop to this nonsense called African respect?
Well, for me, there are several ways to let an adult know that he or she has misbehaved without even being the African disrespectful.
Okay.
Do you understand? you also find out that even keeping silent to an elder when an elder is talking is also seen as a sign of disrespect. But I find it more respectful, okay, than talking back at the elder when the elder is talking. So when the elder is talking to you and you are quiet, at some point he or she will realize, I'm not doing well. Come back to your senses.
Are you sure?
Yeah, some people do.
Some people go say, they follow you, they talk, they answer me.
That's ego working at that point. They know that they've already made them look so bad. So it is now their ego that they're trying to massage at that point. Do you understand? So I think I prefer the aspect of not talking back to the elder. Keep quiet. When the elder is done talking, you now, if you can have a conversation with that elder. Now, on the scenario you just portrayed, that's entitlement. That's what I see. It's just a clear entitlement mentality that is also being portrayed by elders too in some climes. That's entitlement mentality. And for the fact that you are elderly does not mean I should convenience myself. Of course, there are polite ways. Ideally, just that things have gone sour. Ideally, the real Igbo person helps an elderly. You see an elderly wants to cross the road, you see a younger person help. Elderly carrying something, coming back. A young person, stranger, total stranger, comes and help. This is who we are before things started changing from both ways.
Exactly. I was going to say that.
Yeah, both from the Gen Zs and from the elders.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Things started changing. I'm not exonerating any of them. Do you understand? But this is ideally what the structure of the Igbos are.
Let's not draw it down to the Igbos because obviously
Africans.
Exactly.
That's the structure of the African. And the African person respects, honors old age.
That's what we've been taught to do. Exactly. And that's such a good very one. Good ideology that has been passed down.
Now, in philosophy, I can't remember who said that, but I know in philosophy that it said it takes two to tango, right? Like if we agree on something and you're not keeping to your own side of the agreement, I don't have any right to also I'm not obliged to keep my own side of the agreement because you've broken the trust or the agreement already. Do you understand? So if an elderly person have started disrespecting his or herself ab initio, right? You are not obliged to be respectful. But like I always say, the most respectful way of showing disrespect is not to talk back at the elder.
Well,
that's why I use the word.
Let's draw up this curtain by saying respect is reciprocal.
Exactly.
There are lots of things that you ought to give and what you ought to receive. Right? So if you do not give respect, you will not expect respect. Exactly. I just really wanted us to draw our curtain on that. Let's have your final words.
Okay, well, like I said, as an elder, you have your level of respect from a child. Then as a child too, you also have your own level of respect. So, but when you broker your own part of the respect, I don't think you should. You don't have any moral justification whatsoever to demand respect from the other side. That is just it. And if you put it to any law court or put it to any moral court, they will tell you. But like I said here, the most respectful way of disrespecting an elder is not to talk back at the elder.
That's hard though. I'm not sure I can do
that. No,
because
you can provoke emotions and then the person that starts saying things that will affect you.
Yeah.
That is
it takes a high level of discipline to achieve that though. But thank you so much. You've heard that. Now it's important that we keep saying it and we keep upholding it. Respect is important. You give it and you receive it. Okay? Most importantly, giving. All right? Make sure you're willing to give at whatever point and at whatever time. Thank you so much for watching this.